Remember, auto life won't save you here either, because you can't have auto life even if it was possible. Like, you don't have it anyway. But auto life never worked against Delta attack in the first place, so it's just death, pretty much. What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's Burke, aka Dan's Great here, and welcome to Session 2 against the Dark Magus sisters in the Final Fantasy X Pbirdman mod. Now, before I get down to business and have another attempt, you'll notice that for now everything looks exactly the same. So I said I'd be coming back with beefier stats, and that's something that for now I'm not going to do because I want to give it one more go before I try that. Now, the reason for that is we've been talking with Pbirdman about a few things. I mentioned the issue with like the 3 overdrives and how each overdrive is either preceded or like afterwards. I forget which one it was, but they use Curaja on each other, and so there's a total of 9 Curajas being used when all 3 sisters use their overdrives, and that means that there's a lot of opportunities to face counter-attacks alongside that. So there are 3 individual overdrives that we've seen, plus all of the counter-attack opportunities. It stacks up a bit too much, and it got a bit out of hand. So that's one thing that we discussed. And another thing that we talked about was Dark Cindy's evasion stat, and it seemed to me like she was too hard to hit. And so we had a bit of a chat about that, and Pbirdman decided to make a couple of tweaks, and he also gave me some information about how the running minigame will work against the Dark Magus sisters. So before we get into the battles, what we're going to do is we're going to run through all of the different possibilities for triggering this battle, and you, as someone that's going to be hopefully playing this mod someday, you can see which of these particular situations appeals to you the most. And I think it's a really cool mod because in that sense you can modify, even though you're fighting all 3 of the sisters regardless, you can kind of set yourself a difficulty benchmark depending on how you're feeling and what your stats are like. So let's begin. As we all know, the worst case scenario, even in vanilla, is when you let the sisters catch you before you're able to run far enough away to lose any of them in the battle. So what happens if you don't even make it to this part of the screen and you just let them catch you even on this like high road part? Let's have a look. So this is the first and the worst option. Okay, so let's just say you're a big tough guy, and you're like, nah, I don't even need to run. I can take these guys on without moving an inch. What's going to happen? Look at this. They're hesitant. They're afraid of me. They know they're going to lose. So this is what Pbirdman calls a super ambush. Boom. But we've got Auto Phoenix, so everything's fine, right? Wrong. So even Auron's first strike is not working here, hence the super ambush situation. Auron doesn't have Ribbon either, which is not great, because we can't swap him out. Now only one sister is going to use Curaja, by the way, to minimize the risk of those like counter-attack flurries. And then Cindy hits you with the Delta attack. So what this basically means is that if you let them catch you in this particular section, it's literally a game over. So it's one of these things where if you're playing for the first time, you're playing without a guide, you haven't watched any of the Pbirdman mod, you're going to be in for a rude awakening if you think you can take them on in this particular state. So you're just going to get blown away here by the Dark Magus sisters giving you this super ambush and just completely destroying you. So there is literally no way to win this battle in this current state, so you have to run. So that's the first variation. It's a pretty deadly one. It doesn't get much deadlier than this. So after this one, what we're going to do is we're going to trigger the running game, and we're not going to even run far enough to lose Cindy, and then we're going to see how things change. But for now, it's rip. Remember, auto life won't save you here either, because you can't have auto life even if it was possible. Like, you don't have it anyway. But auto life never worked against Delta attack in the first place, so it's just death, pretty much. See you later. So then, let's try this again. Take 2. I mean, technically this is our 3rd death, but these are like for demo purposes. Died twice in the first session. So you can see, I think so far the Dark Magus Sisters are as hard as they need to be, at the very least. Still don't know if we're in the too hard camp yet. We'll find out after some more battling. We need a few more hours of this to really get a feel for it. Okay, so variation 2 is going to be me getting to this lift and starting the running minigame properly. So let's do that and see how the battle changes as a result. The book text will gain a lot more context here either. I mean, it wasn't the most difficult one to figure out, but you'll really like properly get to see it in action once you see that text and how these battles are going to play out. For the record, I'm not going to show the full battle. I'm not going to try and beat them under every single sort of variation, because again, that's just going to take too many videos. It might take me like 10-15 hours to completely beat them all in all of the different forms. So that's not going to be something that you'll be seeing. And of course it leaves some of it up to the player, and some of it is still a secret. And you'll have to figure it out for yourself without seeing me sort of posting a benchmark of sorts for how to win. Okay, here we go. So we'll read that text one more time before we start running. No escape, not one. Okay, they're on the way. Right, no retreat, no surrender. Objective, run as far and as fast as you can. Research from the Book of Ancients suggests the greatest advantage comes from the first steps. Stronger starts therefore come sooner rather than later. It also says the best offense is a good defense. I mentioned this whole defense thing, even though I'm British English, but still. Note, their newly founded sisterhood withstands any attempts to split them up. So that won't change. No matter what happens here, they truly will always be a trio. But here you can see, obviously from the Dark Aeon's perspective, stronger starts therefore come sooner rather than later. So the next variation we're checking here is to trigger this game, but let them catch you before we manage to lose Cindy. So this is a very unlikely scenario. I mean, pretty much everyone's going to be able to run far enough to do this, but let's just say you made it this far. What happens now? So there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that we get ambushed but not super ambushed, and they don't have full overdrive gauges. So this is a battle that you can officially take on here. So officially it's Sisters overdrive bar at 75% plus an ambush start, plus it says Cindy's base hit rate is approximately 60% with the stats that I have right now. So just to show it in action for a little bit, I'm not going to fully do this battle because I want to demonstrate all the different versions. This is the hardest variation of the Dark Magus Sisters that you can fight in the Pbirdman mod. So I'm going to focus on trying to hit Cindy just so you guys can see. So we've got no aims at the moment. We have about 100 luck and about 60 to 85 accuracy across Riku, Tidus and Waka. So let's have a look. There you go. Remember, Dark Sandy and Dark Mindy with these stats are almost going to be impossible to hit. So Cindy was always the one that gave you that opportunity for the physical hits. Horrific. And there you go. You already got wiped out. So I think what I'll do is I'll show this battle one more time, because we got wiped out so fast here. I was thinking about a Mega Mighty G, but I thought I'll probably survive the 3 turns. Clearly not. Let's do this again. I do want to show a few more things before I move on to the next variant. So this one's going to take a little while, and maybe, I don't know, it might take another whole video. And then the next one will be a definite win. I won't drag this on like super long and have like 6 Dark Magus Sisters videos. But I think this is important because obviously it's one of those things that a lot of modding went into it to figure this all out. And to try and balance it across the different variations. So I do want to take some time to show you guys this. So I'll skip ahead to where the battle starts, and we'll go from there. I'll probably use a save state this time as well. Okay, so you've seen how incredibly deadly they are even before they unleash their overdrives. Let's try this again and see if we can survive. I will Mega Mighty G this time. I just want to show what happens when they all get the overdrive. That's the important part here. Okay. So this time I got the lucky move. That nice MP damage and the forced zombie. And then protect plus the sentinel stance. And remember, hitting Sandy is irrelevant, so even though we can get easier hits on Cindy now in this tweak, Sandy's immune anyway, and Mindy has such incredibly high she has such incredibly high luck / evasion that it's not really very possible anyway. So Cindy is the only one that you're going to be able to land hits on. Pretty much the same as vanilla. So for now, we're busy just surviving here. Now, what you're going to notice, hopefully, is that in the previous session, I was a bit skeptical of all of the sisters' overdrives charging in sync all of the time, and that's something that for the later battles especially is going to make a bit more of a difference, and I think it's going to be a better balance. But for this one, you might be thinking, well, when this happens, you're never going to see Delta attack, because if you remember vanilla, what happened was they all started with a synchronized overdrive, so you got that first Delta attack, but then second time round their overdrives were all over the place, and so the three of them almost never sync up again for a Delta attack. They'll use their individual overdrive, drain their overdrive gauge, and then when it's Cindy's turn with a full overdrive, she won't be able to use Delta attack because the other sisters have already drained their overdrive gauges. So that meant that it was only really a one-time deal, and to maintain the difficulty curve of this particular battle, like the hardest variant, Pbirdman has put something in place to make sure that doesn't happen. So I'll talk more about that as we go, and you'll see it in action. So normally you'd be thinking here, well, I'm not going to see Delta attack again because their overdrives are going to be out of sync. But let's have a look and see what happens here. Let's see if Waka hits 2. Okay, another Calamity. Okay. Someone getting taken out here. Boom. That's such a powerful attack. That and Razi are just insane. Okay, so we have 2 full overdrive gauges, but not the third here. So normally you'd be thinking, well, Delta attack shouldn't be happening, right? Well... let's just see how these turns play out, I'm curious. And then I'll explain the deal with the overdrives. Let's see if we can continue to hit here. 60% base rate with no aims, by the way. Probably higher for Waka. It's looking pretty good to me. Oh, there you go. So you're seeing in action, it's not guaranteed, but the odds are pretty strong. So now, we have Mindy first, Sandy, and then Cindy. Let's see what they can do. Ah, we've got a counter. It's not going to change the outcome here. Hopefully, unless there's a modding mistake. Okay, Mindy's going the Calamity route these days. So now we get... perfect, okay. And then Delta attack still happens. So this is the change here. This is why this is the hardest variant. Basically, for Delta attack to be used, only Cindy needs to have a full overdrive gauge. That's the deal with Delta attack. So that's something you have to be extremely careful of. If Cindy is going to have a full overdrive bar, you have to put in like a shield Aeon or something, otherwise you're going to get wiped out. So this battle is incredibly tough, and I think you probably need the full works here. You'd need like the 99,000 HP, and you'd need, maybe you even need some buffed up Aeons, I don't know. You'd need some serious firepower to take them on in this particular form. So this is why this one is very, very difficult to deal with. So they don't need, all three of them don't need to have a full overdrive for Delta attack to happen. But by that same token, when Delta attack is used, they will all drain their overdrive gauges to 0, so that's one sort of advantage of it. But as you can see, no auto life taking effect here. And it's game over. So that is a deal. That's why that battle is extremely tough. That's like the top tier difficulty for the Dark Magus Sisters. And so I think that's going to be really like interestingly challenging for a lot of players. For now, that's not the one that I'm going to be taking on though, because I think that's the one that really does require the beefiest of beefy stats, and you have to be extremely careful and good about summoning shield Aeons, and those shield Aeons need to survive the first 2 turns before Delta attack happens and that kind of thing. I mean, there is a chance it might be almost impossible to defeat, I don't know. But that's one of those, maybe like later down the line, as like a maybe, I don't know, as like a 1-year anniversary of the release of the Pbirdman mod, I might like do battle with that particular version and keep fighting until I defeat it. But that is the hardest variant. Now let's switch to the mid-level variant and see what we have here. So yes, you can. So you'll be seeing regular Delta attacks with that version, and they have a 75% overdrive gauge to start with, and they still ambush you. And Cindy has a 60%, well, a 40% chance of evading you too. So all very, very nasty stuff on top of all the other stuff that we've already seen so far with Dark Magus Sisters. So there's going to be no sort of like cheap shots to the level of vanilla where you could literally fight them one-on-one, which made a world of difference compared to the other variations. But there's definitely going to be a step down here. But I mean, like I said, that first battle could be borderline impossible, depending on how things go. I mean, if you run out of shield Aeons to deal with Delta attack, for example, it could be extremely tough. We'll see. I think the only way I'd take on that version is if the easiest version ends up being too easy for me, and I'm like, okay, maybe we should show something more difficult. And I know you guys obviously love the content. I mean, it's been 2 years, and we have like 200 hours worth of content for it. Probably closing in on episode 100 now, and still like videos are getting like 10,000 views a week, which is absolutely insane. So we're just so appreciative of the support and the continued interest in the mod. That, of course, I mean, if there is another fun battle to be uploaded, especially if like the easiest variant is a bit lackluster, then I'm not gonna disappoint, and I'll give that one a go too. It will delay the Penance one slightly in terms of uploads, but I think it'll be a very fun battle. It might even be more fun than Penance, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so if you run far enough to lose Cindy, this is variant number 2. So we won't run anymore. So then, what do we have this time? See, okay, overdrive bars are at 25% now, so you have a lot more time to set up in preparation for the full overdrive. So this time we have the 25%, we have the ambush start still, but we have Delta attack disabled, and Cindy's base hit rate is 100%. So Delta attack disabled is already huge, and we'll be able to hit Cindy reliably. So I think with this one, let's give it a real go here and see how we do. I think I'll probably still go with this to start. I think I want to go far enough to see the overdrives again here. I do love this added Sentinel effect of Mega Mighty G. Okay. Any breaks? I mean, it's only power break for now, it's not the end of the world, I guess. We'll use a final elixir with Riku. Okay. Can't be bothered with Ultra Novel for now, and I don't need the 5x aim for Cindy, so I should be fine. And I think always having at least one Sentinel is wise. It seems to work well. Because they can bring the Razia damage really down. He's at least curse proof. And he should survive this unless he's been broken. Nope. But his counterattack will be useless, unfortunately. Okay. So there's going to have to be pretty regular checks of what's going on here in terms of statuses as well. But I think this is already a pretty good sweet spot battle. This is looking like it might be possible, but we have to see those overdrives in action too before we can really make a judgment. So now let's start hitting Cindy, because this, I think this pretty much is the best way to handle this battle. And we'll see how badly we're punished by the counterattacks. I think Cindy had like 4 million HP in the original, or 3 million? 3.5? Is that sort of range? I think it was like 2, 2.5 and 3 maybe across the sisters. I don't remember too well. It's been a very long time. I'll annotate it up. Okay. So I'm still going to Sentinel here. I still think it's pretty hard to keep these guys alive for an extended period of time. It depends on what... Yeah, it really does depend on the moves they're using. But their overdrive gauges do go up fairly quick. But thankfully not when you attack them. So that's a nice reprieve. It's looking pretty solid for now. For now, this is still like a half test battle, so we're still going. I don't mind too much about the resources at this stage. Trying to make sure I keep Tidus above about 50,000 though. You can get a lot of turns though. Their agility is not hugely great, but I don't know if they have like delay moves. But depending on what kind of moves they are using, you'll need a fair bit of time to recover. Just going to give another one to Tidus anyway, and he should be fine from there. Not sure if Cindy's defense is a little too low, to be fair. Early on, that's the vibe I'm getting. Cindy should be the tankiest one of them all. Unless she's got like 4 or 5 million HP, then fair, but I think even Riku hitting for max damage I think is maybe too much. Oh, Razia. Yeah, we've had some pretty lucky turns so far. I mean, a Camisade there pretty much takes out Tidus. And no Pasados yet from Mindy. Power Break, Magic Break, Armor Break. Yeah. Okay, he definitely needs that. Yeah, so now you start to need all of those turns, because now you've got to heal Tidus again, etc. But I think the battle truly gets dangerous when you start getting to, like, once those overdrives start coming in. And I guess for X Potion conservation you can do a bit of this too. Right, first Pasado. Now, once the death effect of this starts to kick in on people and you lose the buffs and all that kind of thing, that's when the battle really starts to change. But these are all good turns at the moment. We've had really good RNG to start here. Maybe good enough that we can go all the way with this battle. We'll have to see. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. We haven't even really been hit with any counterattacks yet, either. And I guess one thing we did forget is that Tidus doesn't have Protect anymore, so he wouldn't be able to survive Razia. Ooh, Waka's been provoked. I just about saw that. Yeah, there's some sneaky little statuses in there as well. But we have the turns to deal with them, thankfully. I'm wondering if maybe one of them should have, like, their overdrive gauge should go up when they get hit as well. Because like Cindy's one is going up definitely pretty slow. So I think we started pretty well here, about as well as we could hope, but obviously if there's one thing we know from these battles is they can change pretty damn quick, so definitely shouldn't be getting complacent. But nowhere near that stage yet. We've got to survive a trio of overdrives while they're all still alive first. Okay, below half. Let's see. Okay, so two sisters have an overdrive now. Not a single Camisade yet so far. Wow. Right, Waka provoked again. But he only has Magic Break, so that's not too bad. So now we're going to get... I think someone has a cheap shot and someone has a Mega Graviton. I think they use like one or the other, I believe. So not trying to draw too many conclusions yet about this battle until we really get deep in and we know that there's a good chance that we're going to win. Or after we've already won. Things can just change too fast. Again, there might be wither effects that we're unaware of at the moment. Those kind of things are always a factor too. Okay, keep the pressure on. Okay, let's see a couple of overdrives now. Yeah, so these are the Aeon ones, the Energy Blast, Diamond Dust, and Hellfire. So previously when you saw like Cheap Shot and I think it was Mega Graviton and that kind of thing, those are what they'll use when there's Delta Attack. When there's no Delta Attack, it will be these. Okay, finally someone's gonna die. It's taken a while, but someone's finally dead. Okay. I think we're gonna continue to push here to try and take out Cindy. Oh, wait a minute. What? Since when? See, there you go. This is what I mean. It was looking like we were on the path to victory and everything looked like fairly smooth sailing so far, and now Sandy's starting to Sentinel. That's not good. So I guess we've got to use magic to finish it off. Okay. Interestingly, we can break apart their turns here as well, which is a surprise. I think we survive Hellfire in any case. Okay, let's try a Holy here. I think we have to try and finish her off with Holies. I'm not sure if it was like an overdrive thing after Sandy's overdrive. That's like a Sentinel switch. I don't know. Is she magic broken? That didn't seem like a lot. Damn, that's not great. Then we're still going to do this. So now things get a lot more difficult. I've still got to push to specifically take out Cindy, I think. But now things get tough. Now she shows her tanky side as well. I think now the battle's going up a notch. Or two. Okay, survived. Like I said before, now she's the only one that uses Kuraja, so there's a chance of counterattacks now, which didn't happen, thankfully. Okay, we can be quick with our quick pockets. Anybody broken? Oh, shit. Okay, she's got most of the buffs, so I'll make sure she's protected at the very least. But someone's getting taken out here. Ah, damn, I couldn't protect her. That's bad. So now we really have to regroup here. So that also, that one Kuraja wiped out two of my Polies as well. But their turns going out of sync like this is kind of interesting now. They change a tier of agility, I guess. I think maybe because Sandy's Sentinel and she's slower now, potentially? I don't know. It's interesting. Or maybe she just, the rank of her move changed or something, or she used a move that was a rank that put her out of sync. It's probably more likely to be that than the agility. I think Titus is the only one left with the double HP and stuff. Yeah. Okay. When Riku gets her overdrive, we'll try to find an elixir, but for now, we're trying to stay alive again. Just until we can buff. So now we need the Calamity and the physical attack, but see, when they start using their nasty attacks, everything looks much more difficult. I did say I got really good RNG at the start, and this is what bad RNG looks like, where you're making no progress. And you have to keep the pressure on, because then the next overdrive from Cindy is coming too, so can't rest for too long. I'm just wondering if after Sandy's next overdrive, the Sentinel thing is switched off potentially again. It's a very interesting stage of the battle here. It's very hard to recover these large amounts of HP as well. But this is good because I can do this. Now we've got to hope to survive. And then we can get a double HP and hopefully get rolling, but we'll see. So that's a good start, I think. Final Elixir gets rid of all the negative stasis too, I believe, so it should be fine. So we'll see if we've got enough turns here. Okay. So we just got to toss a Stamina Tonic and then get the Final Elixir. But you're seeing the turns, it means that the next one is never far away. You don't get that big block of turns anymore. So that makes things very interesting. I'm going to take a risk here and just keep the damage up. Because I'm thinking I'm going to toss a Stamina Tonic here and Razia could take someone out, so there's not much point. Okay, so let's do it. Toss the Stamina Tonic. I'm not sure what comes in first, like the healing of status effects or the healing itself. So on the off chance that I kill Riku by accident here, I'm just gonna... I don't remember the mechanics of that, so I just want to be safe. Ah, she's cursed. So Holy Water is a useful item here. Let's do this. And then we can go back to using Sentinel again. To hopefully keep us alive just a little bit longer. Okay. Is it worth going for a double cast flare at this point? I don't think it's going to out damage the Holy by that much. It probably does like 30k or something. So I don't know if it's worth it. It might be if I can string a few together, but I feel like I'm going to get trashed by these moves. Let's try it anyway, just to see. I'm not going to Ultima to avoid the counterattacks. You literally oh, 55 is good, okay. Yeah, so I think this is a good way to handle this. But yeah, if I use Ultima, then I triple the chances of getting a counterattack in return, so we don't want that. But this is a nice chunk, 110,000. But I didn't Sentinel, damn it. So this is a high-risk strategy because you don't have a Sentinel, but we'll just see how it works. We've got to push to take out Cindy. Auto Fingers keeps me in the running here. Just got to hope for a nice attack here. Yes. That's okay. That's perfect. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This means we can get a couple more copycat moves in. But you see how quickly them turns are coming again, though. I don't know if my agility is being withered away or something. The turns were definitely not like this at the start. But I'm gonna stay aggressive here. This might be too aggressive, but we'll see. The sooner I take Cindy out, the better. Yeah, good move. Okay, I think I'm going to keep going for it here. I mean, this is really solid damage. I can't throw it away. We just got to keep going. Okay, finally we get a counter. This hasn't happened much at all. I think he should increase the counter rate a little bit to keep you on more on your toes. That's one thing I will recommend, just a little more. Okay, we're getting nice moves, so I have to keep cashing in here. Keep doing the big damage. Oh, she's dead! Okay, perfect. Okay. So now then, how does things change? So, two recommendations at the moment is... I think Cindy needs more defense, maybe like an auto-protect or something, to keep her around longer at the start. And to counter-attack a bit more often, to slow you down as well. That's what I'd say. But let's see how we're going to wear these two down, because one is immune to physical damage and the other one's very, very difficult to hit. And potentially, like, almost impossible at these stats, so... we still have a lot of work to do here. We might not be in as much game over danger anymore, but... again, it depends on the wither mechanics, if any. We don't know what's going on with that stuff yet. So I'll probably have to use Tidus as a bit of a whipping boy here and just have him shield, have him sentinel, sorry. I still think I probably should go for Sandy first. Let's see that holy damage again. I'm pretty sure it was high in the first session that I did. Perfect, okay. It's going to take a lot of holies. Oh, there you go. There's her counter. I think she maybe counters more aggressively than Cindy. That's a pretty big counter. And everybody gets zombied. So... extremely dangerous. Look at this agility though, she's absolutely crushing it. Thankfully there's not been much Razia being used. Right, let's get some people back up to speed here. Tidus doesn't have his double overdrive anymore, so we'll sacrifice him for now. To make sure people like Riku are ready. It's going to be too many turns to heal him and prep him and all that kind of stuff at this stage. Okay. Now we just got to hope that that counter-attack is not like super duper aggressive. Because we're going to need a lot of these. We'll need like 75k a pop. We'll need like 40 of them. So we'll let Tidus take the hit. But this one's definitely looking possible. I think like a couple of adjustments are needed to keep Cindy in the game for a bit longer. So look at the rate of this counter. Deadly. Deadly. So got to be very careful here. But I do think Cindy needs a bit more. So Sandy's going to be a tough one to wear down with all of this this counter-attacking business, because every time she does, it's more of these sort of turns that you have to use, because you can't just hang around in zombie. That is not healthy, and we've got some power break and magic break too. Sheesh. Again, do not want that. And obviously for Mindy, I'm going to try and save overdrives if I can. It's probably a good way to beat her. Right. Right. I'm going to go for that holy again. I forgot what Mindy's counter-attack was. At this stage I don't know if it's worth going for that. But then she's immune to magic, so it makes no difference. She's trying to keep Waka and Riku alive if there's a Razia. I think maybe she stops using it when she's in Sentinel mode. I'm trying to remember, but I haven't seen it for a while. Okay. I guess we can keep Titus alive for Energy Blast here. So Titus can heal himself. We'll keep going with this. But we don't want to attack on like the final turn before an Energy Blast or something like that. So Riku should be fine here to attack. Yeah, just in case a Razia comes after Energy Blast, we'll do that still. So still going well, I'm hanging in there, but this is going to take a while. Okay, good job. Wow. But as you can see, Razia looks like it's been disabled at the moment. So maybe that's not the best idea, because Razia is that kind of move that can KO you so frequently. But it probably should be there still. So I have to ask about that one too. Remember, there is an even easier variant than this one, so I do think it's worth making this one a little bit harder from what I've seen. Again, you know, once Sandy started sentineling against Cindy, I was like, oh shit, here we go. But we're managing for now. Gonna keep the pressure on because this... Oh wait, is there Reflect? Holy shit. When did that happen? What move triggered that off? That's really weird. Okay. What the hell? Get out of here. That is not what I was expecting. That's what I mean, there's all these random curveballs just being thrown in. So let's try again, unless it's some kind of auto-reflect. No? Okay, good. I was going to say, because then she's completely, like, undamageable, so... We did 83,000 there, by the way. Ah, death kicked in. Full life coming. Since we're not seeing Razia anymore, I'm going to take a risk here and go for the Holy. At this stage, I prefer to be wrong and to see Razia. Ah, of course that was the counter move. It's going to counter and then Razia. Kick my ass. Ooh, we went critical, I think. Or something. But at least this is filling up my overdrive, which is good. Because then we can start double cast flaring again. That always works nice. Riku has the best chance of survival, so we'll give it to her. See who's next on the chopping block. It is Riku. She survives though, well done. Okay. Again, it's one of these annoying turns where I want to entrust to Riku so she can use a final elixir, but the turn order doesn't work for it. Let's see if I can get it now. Okay, that's better. I'm going to toss a turbo either here. I mean, but then again, we're going to use final elixir most likely. Just thinking, I'd need a stamina tonic first, and the stamina tonic's not quick enough. Yeah. For now, let's just do a bit of this. I'm going to try this anyway, just in case Riku can squeeze in one final turn. It might be worth it. Can she get there? Ah, she can't. Damn it. I tried. So there's a good chance someone dies here, but we'll see. There you go, so Razia has returned. It's weird, I guess again it's just an RNG thing. It wasn't being used very much. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to revive Waka like this. But again, no stamina tonic for Waka. You see what I mean? Like getting those series of turns where you get the stamina tonic and you need to entrust to Riku. Just can't fit it all in at the same time. Unless... I think we have 2 out of 3 stamina tonicked up right now, so I'm just going to do it. And hope we don't get a deathly Pasado this time. And then that should give us a chance to really go on the attack again. So I mean, the way it's playing out so far, if I do end up winning, I'll show you guys the even easier variant. And then I will record one more session where I'll give the thingy one a proper go. The one with Delta attack a proper go as well. If I can win for this one. better off full lifing, or... I'm just gonna Sentinel here, but it's a full overdrive. Okay, hold on. If I full life, then everybody survives here, right? Okay. You're just trying to get that setup going so I can get a few like nice double casts in a row. That's what I'm looking for. Because that's the best way I'm going to do big damage against Sandy. Even if it comes at the expense of having to take some light beams in response. The only good thing is it will protect me from the death effect of Pasado. That's one thing to remember. Because I'll be in zombie status from the light beam. Okay. Right. Okay, so gotta hope no one dies from Pasado here, and then I should be ready to roll for the next set. It's Walker again. He's the one with the overdrive, so he has to use double cast. Oh, for God's sake. Oh my god. Just cannot get it going. And Mindy has another full overdrive. Good grief. Right, let's try again. I think he survives just about. Ooh. Clutch indeed, but yeah, not sure 2x potion is going to be enough here to save him from the energy blast. Ah, these are such tight margins. I just cannot get that like preparation right for the onslaught. And the counter attack is one of the main problems there, because it can go critical too. I mean, you might be dealing with 27,000 damage to everyone after you hit her with a double flare. Oof, 29,000, yeah, it's too much. So I just can't get it going right now. Their agility is just slightly too high, and I'm being a little bit overpowered. So I mean, I could literally just start doing it right now, but with one counter attack I'm almost completely wiped out, so it's just not worth it. I'm just biding my time, because there's no like Curaja, there's no regen at the moment. I feel like I still have a shot at making this work, but... But like without Protect, you still need 70,000 to survive Razia, it's just insane. Because they're hitting everyone one at a time, I'm wondering if I should still just go for it at this stage. Yeah, you know what, screw it. I've been waiting too long, I need to start doing something. So this might be overly risky here, but screw it. Mindy won't take damage from magic anyway, so... Oh, she's got it again! Oh no! Oh no, man! So Energy Blast gives her Reflect, I've got to remember that, that's such a weird... Thankfully we didn't get counter attack, that would have been the absolute worst. Ugh. Yeah, so even after Cindy's gone, it's not, this battle hasn't become like a formality. And we might still be getting withered all the time in some way that I haven't fully detected yet. These sisters, man, and this isn't even the hardest version of the battle, so... I did say this seems good, like we're in the sweet spot kind of vicinity. And I think I stand by what I said. Tweaks necessary, in my opinion, but we're close. But now, of course, we lost the overdrive, so we can't use double cast even if we wanted to. Being pushed hard. So, Sentinel, and I'm going to give I'm going to give him a light curtain as well, so now we can properly survive Razia if it comes. Okay. So this is what we need. This keeps us in the game. But we've got to make sure Titus always has enough to stay alive. I think X potion wise we're doing fine, we've got plenty, so we don't need to worry too much. Okay. Yeah, he's got the turns. I think I'm going to entrust here. So I don't have to wait around for another overdrive. Okay. Let's try again. No reflect to save you this time. So throwing caution to the wind again. Every time you start going into this mode, you are relying a little bit on the luck of the RNG. But look at the difference in holy damage versus flare. That was weird. For Cindy it was like 48k. So I guess Cindy maybe halved holy damage. And Sandy doesn't. So it's not that much more efficient. We're still doing around 90k, which is nice, but I was expecting a bit more. So, is death going to work? No, she survives, that's good. Right, let me just double check something. Yeah, Riku's been provoked. Like, oh. Yeah, because she has been provoked. I guess that's still sort of... I'm gonna... Oh no, I copycat her last move. So she got the first move, I didn't realise that. That's her counter-attack, by the way. So really shit series of turns here, and we really didn't get much momentum at all. That was bad. Bad, bad, bad. I totally forgot that Riku's swipe at Mindy was a provoked turn, so that did not help. So yeah, as you can see, it's hard to make progress. I still think the holy route is probably the best. They're too powerful to try and do a copycat onslaught. I don't think it works. We don't really have the buffs in place for that. If you have like the big stats, I think you can probably do it, like the 75k and above, then you're probably in that range, but... So instead, what I'll do, I'll go back to setting up Tidus as a good sentinel, and using Holy instead. I don't know if he still has his Protect. We'll see. He probably doesn't. Of course he doesn't. But if he Sentinels, I think Waka can still protect him. And he'll survive. So now I'm going to set Tidus up as a pretty much non-attacking character here. And let the other two use Holy when they can. Who doesn't have double HP? Only Riku. Okay, let's toss that Stamina Tonic. Get that final elixir in. We won't need Sentinel for Mindy's move because you can't block Pasado with it anyway. So they're a tough duo to break down. Because I want to use overdrives against Mindy, but like I don't want Sandy there eating up the overdrive turns either. Okay, so we're going holy here. Now I'm going to get Titus to try and keep alive everybody else. Mindy's not been using Calamity, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but maybe it's like it's another trigger thing, I don't know. But Calamity was a good move for us, so it's a shame that she's not using it. So he doesn't have much choice here, he's got a Sentinel. I'll maybe throw in some focus here, just for some extra magic damage. I don't think Waka particularly needs the healing right now. Okay. This will hopefully get us up all the way to like basically max damage if we can get enough focuses in. Okay, still looking good so far. Let's keep going. Again, no value in Sentinel here from Tidus, I'm pretty sure. As long as he gets another turn before Razia, he should be fine. He does. Okay. Keep the pressure on. I think this is the better way to do it instead of trying to do like double cast moves. But too many Pasados, man. Someone's going to get taken out soon. If it's Tidus, that's not... well... okay, we were fortunate there. Power Break, Magic Break, Provoke. Eesh. Okay, got to get rid of the Provoke. Got the HP to deal with the counter. Just to keep us ticking over here. Just in case we get an Energy Blast plus Razia that takes out Tidus, which we don't want. Yep. Got to keep track of his Protect as well. He's doing pretty well. He's doing damn well. Yeah, this is one of those where I could try and attack Sandy, but if she replies with Light Beam, then I'd be in trouble. So Tidus would be gone. So we don't want to do that. I think we've caught like a nice little rhythm here. I think we can keep going. Hopefully until Sandy's dead too, and then we'll have to figure out how on earth we're supposed to take out Mindy. Because of course the overdrive gauges are not going to charge very quickly at all. So I don't know. Again, no risks here. That counter attack can go critical, so we ain't screwing around here. Also, going to check if Tidus's Protect is still there. It's not, so it's going to be a good idea. Right, now we can go back on the attack. Ah, I've forgotten this every single time. These things are just so unorthodox. You're watching this and thinking, how does he keep forgetting it? When you play the game for thousands of hours and there's things you're just used to seeing, it's like Mindy using an Energy Blast that then also puts Reflect on Sandy. It's just like just made up shit. So again, a slightly wasted turn here, but it's okay. I mean, she's not even slumping yet, so we've still got a lot of work to do. Okay. And again, we're forced to now I think the X potions are going to get pushed pretty hard here, but when there's only Mindy left, I won't be needing X potions, I think. So we just got to hang in there until we can finish off Sandy. Okay. Let's go for it. $81,000. I think again worth taking a little risk here. Need to see the slump. Ah, he's magic broken. Shit. But it's only a matter of time before Posado takes someone out. Wow. Been pretty fortunate with that. Oh, she had 2 turns in a row. Of course she did. She got provoked and then had 2 turns in a row. Remedy. Okay, this is a Diamond Dust coming next, so I think we're fine to just do this to make sure we all survive. So I'm going to charge our overdrive gauge up a little bit too. I think Diamond Dust does suit Sandy because of her figure and stuff as well. It looks pretty natural on her. It's no Shiva, don't get me wrong, but okay. Right, we've got 2 magic breaks here, which is just it's too much. We need to get rid of them. Yeah, his protector's gone too, so right, we've been pretty lucky with the Posados, and she hasn't used Calamity at all. It must be the case that when one of her sisters is gone, she reverts to Posado only. We continue to be fortunate with not seeing death from that power break. That's fine. Okay. We're nearly ready to start attacking again, but it's taking a little while to get everything ready again. Still got plenty of X potions, so I feel good about that. Okay, so now these two can start attacking again. Let's go. It's one of those again, you just want to see that slump to know that you're making the progress. There you go. Finally. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Now it's just a case of staying focused and not making stupid decisions and managing the resources as well. And obviously a bit of luck. Okay, there you go. Calamity, finally. That's the move I need to see. Okay, this is much better now. Now we're in with a shot of making some shit happen. Really fast. Just the power break for Tidus, that's okay. Alright, we can stay on the attack. And we definitely want to keep 3 overdrives for when we're facing Mindy. Get 3 attack reels in as soon as possible. Can I get a second move in here? They're back in sync, by the way. So I can still get a move even after Holy, so we'll do that. looking pretty healthy so far. Just staying very careful. It's one of these where you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel and you start to spam the turns because you think you're safe. And everything can change very quickly. Just got to make sure you're covering your bases. And we haven't seen a counter as well for a little while. So that also flips the script depending on when it happens. Okay, I think I'll generally heal this time. Less healing to do later. Okay, keep the calamities rolling. I'm fine with that. Ah, it takes a percentage of your MP. That's interesting. Tyler's handling that like a champ. Perfect. This is going pretty well at the moment. Okay, but armor break here, so gotta be extremely careful. That's what I mean. You just have to stay observant and be ready for anything. There's a lot of provokes and a lot of breaks and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I think I can carry on now. Again, just double checking that we have everything. You see, look, that protector's gone. If I didn't check that, his sentinel would have been for nothing. It's just that kind of battle. Can't let your guard down. Okay, we're getting some good... I don't know if maybe like between overdrive she alternates between different moves. So like now she'll use Calamity only until the next overdrive, potentially. I could see that happening. Okay. But we're still looking good at the moment. There's nothing like majorly worrying at this stage. Just got to keep an eye on the MP here though. It is dropping fast. Since we haven't used the final elixir for a while now. But we're closing in. See the turns if I use the Holy. Still get one in. She's really taking a beating now. That's the first light beam we've seen for a while now. Let's see. Okay, it's at the moment it's basically tighter, so we need to make sure we're looking after. So I knew I had enough turns to recover if I really needed it. No armor breaks, so that's fine. Okay. Just keep Tidus on the ball for now. Okay, he can get another one in, that's fine. So there's going to be a bit of a healing round here, so I sort myself out. Just thinking maybe leave Rika in zombie here if she gets Pasadoed. I might be able to save myself. So it might be a reprieve, I don't know. But she might not have enough HP to survive it in general. We'll just have to see. I mean, it's hard to keep everyone alive all the time, this consistently. Okay, still Calamity. So it does look like it. It seems like she rotates between Pasado and Calamity. And that's fine. Right, look at those turns. Those juicy turns. Yeah, we've got some work to do here. I'm going to toss a normal elixir here. I've got plenty of them. We'll be fine. Okay. Spell. So we needed these rounds to really pull ourselves together again, because that light beam came at a pretty bad time, but we had some good luck before it, so I definitely can't complain, but it definitely wasn't optimal. Okay, so this is pretty much ready to go. And I'll generally just heal everyone a little bit more just to make my life easier. And then hopefully we can go back to some holy damage in the next round. Right. It's going as well as I could have hoped for. Okay, no magic break, perfect. Right, let's begin. We need to get going here. Once again. Tidus can get one in too. I mean, I'm hoping within like the next 10... Oh, he's magic broken. God damn it. I'm hoping within like the next 10 I can finish her off. I think their HP seems similar to vanilla from what I'm seeing. I mean, there's a chance that Sandy's also in like a non-Razia mode, but like in case I've missed something or I've not figured it out, I'm just making sure I'm always going to Sentinel with him. That's been working really well, and we haven't had a KO for a long time, so I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure until the next overdrive she's in like a normal attack phase, but it's just not worth the risk to find out at the moment. Okay. Still no armor break happening, which is good. I'm going to start using things like elixirs at this stage. I mean, I've built them up and I've not really used them for anything, so I don't care too much. Pretty sure I can carry on. It's got to be close now. Be nice to take her out before the next overdrive. Because this is the one where I can deal the most damage. Do we go for a heal or do we go for focus? I think their overdrive gauges charge slower as well when they're using these abilities like Calamity or their normal physical. I think their special moves charge the overdrive more, so it's like an added benefit for me too when they use it. You see that now Pasado is being used, so that's what I mean. It just, I guess it really is just really random RNG. And we finally had a death. That took a very long time. Honestly, as long as Tidus stays alive, the others aren't a huge deal here. As long as he stays alive and can shield against that Razia, we're in business. Well, we remain in business, let's just say. Okay. Counter-attack takes out Riku, so I don't know if it's worth... Gonna stay aggressive again. If it's a light beam, Riku gets taken out. She has no zombie anyway, so it's not as bad. But he's magic broken, I keep forgetting that. Really just pushing here to finish this off. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Ooh. Perfect. Okay. Well now. Well now. How close are we to getting this done? What other tricks are there up Pbirdman's sleeve for this finale? Let's just start by surviving this energy blast, and we'll go from there. Again, in terms of like battle length and how concentrated you have to be throughout, I think it's definitely in a good place. And depending on your RNG, you can get KO'd, especially when Cindy's around as well. It's definitely very dangerous. And of course, we have the nicety of, if you are finding this too easy, maybe your characters are more beefed up than mine, and you just, you know, you're just great at the game, and you're like, nah, this doesn't tickle my fancy. You do have the Delta attack variant, which is obviously a lot more dangerous even than this one. So I think there's something for everyone here. So in that sense, it's looking very good to me. But we still have a job to do, and we have the enemy in the game that's the hardest to hit. So let's just see how we're going to deal with this. Well, let's start with 5 times aim and see if Waka can even hit at all. Since the overdrive gauge doesn't go up for missing, you're not really penalized for trying and failing. So in that sense, it might be worth it. I'm wondering if like ejector shot can be copycatted and that like never misses or something. I'm trying to think outside the box for like if I'm missing and I don't have any overdrives. Well, then again, you need a full overdrive to use ejector shot, so maybe not. Okay. I think probably I'll wait for 5 times cheer first, and then I'll get cracking with the first attack reels. I want to get 3 attack reels off, like for starters anyway. So we'll see how lucky or unlucky we get with this. Okay. That's good. Right, that's fine. Gonna take it easy here, get everything ready. Because it's 3-on-1 and we're auto-hasted, like we do get a lot of turns against her, so really got to maximize our output here, since she's so tough to hit. And well, her counter-attack is Mega Graviton, so that's the penalty. Well, I did say there's no overdrive penalty, but as you miss, you're going to get hit with Mega Graviton, so that's going to take away a lot of your HP. So something you've got to be very careful of. So let's try our first attack reels and see how we do. I seem to remember it doing pretty well. It was like 22,000 damage or something with 5 times cheer. I'm hoping it's over 25. Oh, it's 20. Okay. So we're looking at 240k at the moment, which is good but not great. I mean, I don't know what other options we really have other than actually hitting her. I don't want to try with anyone other than Waka for now. I just don't trust it. I mean, just out of curiosity, this is about 1 million damage worth here, but every single time you can get hit with a Mega Graviton in return, so it's all pretty nasty no matter which way you look. If you're not able to hit her consistently, it's trouble. But we'll let Waka do the early damage. At least we don't have to deal with like Kuraja or Regen for now. I mean, characters dying at this stage is not so bad. It just depends what chance you have, if any, of hitting when you have 5 times aim with Waka. If you do, then maybe. Maybe. Let's try and keep Titus alive from that Mega Graviton. So when you have like evasion this high and you take away the luck element, sorry, not the luck element, the ability to use magic, shit gets difficult. I've been using attack wheels for a while. Right, so that's 400, over 400k damage in the books. But as you can see, the overdrive gauges are going up very slowly. And I'm fearful of that. And Mega Graviton response. And well, Titus doesn't have 5 times aim anymore, so that doesn't help him at all. So I guess we have to play a little bit of this as well, but first of all I want to try some quick hits with Waka before we do anything else. So for now, let's just be patient. It's pushing Riku's overdrive, so I don't mind. Now, let's see. I'll try maybe like 5 times, and if he misses all 5 times, I think there's a very strong chance that it's not going to happen. Right, it's been provoked. I don't even need quick pockets for this, I'm just going to use a normal one. So I guess while we wait, let's have some entrust going on here. Just give him all the overdrives we can muster. Okay, let's go for it again. Ooh, we managed to hit. Okay. That's a game changer. That's a game changer right there. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, he does have 100 luck, so it was never impossible anyway. So 100 luck with 5 times aim, it still gives you a shot. So we just have to keep Walker alive here and grind this down. Okay, that's a strong sign. I'm going to get Lulu out of there anyway, I'm just going to wait here. So now, is it worth using attacks or is it worth using... I think I'll finish off all of the attack reels first to make sure I got them all, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's keep firing away. So, it's been 2 or 3 attack reels now. This is number 3. And we had 1 normal hit, so it's about 660 plus. We've done about 750k already, so this is a good start. She has around 2 million, I think, like vanilla. It's definitely doable. Right, there's that counter. No Doom, by the way. It's a nerfed Mega Graviton. It's one of those where you'll think, well, I mean, that kind of takes away the whole point of it. If all 3 sisters are out and you're using some other method, or Sandy's out there too, having Doom on all 3 of your characters as well, on like a random counter, that's gonna overpower people, I think. So I'm personally happy for it to be this way. But maybe you can carry some sort of status that bypasses Ribbon, like Light Beam's Zombie. Maybe she can think of some. Maybe he can think of something else, like I don't know, Poison or something. Now I'm wondering, should I use something to help my overdrive gauge charging, or should I just give Waka the entrust? I'm just gonna entrust. Yeah, she's got Calamity for the big time stasis as well. So I think, again, all in all, I probably think it's okay, but I might advise Mega Graviton to still have something other than Doom. Use a remedy. Sorry, I'm supposed to use this. Again, Waka's the only one with 5 times aim here, so I'm not gonna attack with anyone else. Just wait till all them overdrives have been used up, and then we'll go from there. Still got 2 more to give to him, so go Waka. So this should be number 4, and now we're heading towards the million damage kind of range. So we should see her slump soon. Not yet. Okay, we still need 1 more. I'm gonna wait here. Right, let's get the next entrust in. So you're seeing it's taking all the tricks in the bag here to finish this off. Ah shit, Oren even can't get out. There shouldn't be too much of a getting stuck on the front line problem here, but it's worth getting him out anyway. And I'll wait for Oren to be out. Shitty turn order, but there you go. Okay, no one has any funky statuses going on either. I feel like maybe Mega Graviton should carry like a full break or something for this particular one. like a 20% chance or something, so that someone could get a mental break or a armor break. But then again, I guess if it carries breaks, then there's more chances of someone taking huge damage from like a Passado, and that's going to fill everyone's overdrive gauge and make the battle too easy, because you can spam overdrives even more easily. So it definitely needs some thought. I'm not exactly sure how to handle it, but I'm sure Pbirdman will think of something too. But I think we're going to get there. But I'll definitely give the Delta attack version a go. I definitely want to see that in action. He said pretty much that Penance is going to be an absolute max stat battle, which it should be anyway. So those stats are going to have to get worked up to the maximum anyway. So that'll be a video I think I definitely want to make. I mean, I might not win, but I want to try it anyway. So it has come back all the way to attack reels once again. I mean, even though it's only doing about 220,000 damage, which again, compared to vanilla is feeble, it's still, for this particular scenario, it's helping me get the job done. I think it's nice because it's still been useful, but it hasn't been broken. I mean, attack reels was broken, but now it's definitely much better. It hasn't completely been like made obsolete, but it's no longer like crushing everything. Okay, Calamity does carry some breaks, by the way, but it seems pretty low percentage. Not enough to really affect things at the moment. Everyone's still got Shell. So let's wait for Waka to do his thing again. I mean, I have a mind to Grand Summon Yojimbo and try and get him to use a San Marto for an additional 2 times max damage. Okay, we're officially all out of overdrives. I think even if I use like a Hot Spurs or whatever, it was still going to take too long, so I think this was the right choice. Now we just have to wait for Waka to finish the job and deal with the counter-attacks along the way. And we'll just have to rebuff if Waka dies from Passado. There you go, there's that armor break. Now I'm going to leave that armor break on him, so that if he gets Passado, he's going to take huge damage, and that's going to be useful for us. So I don't mind that. That's a good hit. I'm surprised Waka can still hit so much, to be honest. Wow, go Waka. Okay, maybe this whole thing was unnecessary. Oh, okay. I'll have to like plug some numbers in to see what his hit percentage is with 5 times aim. Like 102 luck or whatever he has. Hit Tidus? No, I don't think so, not this time. Oh, he did! Perfect, you see? This is why armor break is dangerous in this situation, because now I can finish the battle now. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This battle's worked out really well. I mean, I've generally had very good RNG as well. I think what I've got to remember to do is cast some auto life before I finish. Hopefully this doesn't finish it off, actually. Okay, good. Just in case some funkiness happens, you know how it is. We're very close. I think it's getting progressively more powerful, by the way. That was big. But let's just be patient here. We've come this far, we don't need to do anything stupid. Okay. Heal everybody up to some degree, and then... get another auto life on there. Could give you like a triple cheap shot or some shit. I'm literally going to wait until the next round before I finish it off. Not going to allow for any issues here. Not this time. Now watch Waka get taken out here. He has a full overdrive, so I don't care. They'll go down eventually. Okay. It's been power broken. The end is inevitable, but we're making sure we're as stacked as we can be for it. I've seen too many weird things happen in the Pbirdman mod. But even on Provoke, it's working fine. I don't have a problem at the moment. But I think to fully finish it off here, I'm gonna throw in the attack reels. Okay. Throw in like a random... throw in like another Lunar Curtain. Alright, let's go. Let's finish it off. The final blow, hopefully. Surely now this has got to be enough. It's like attack rules number 7 plus 7 or 8 hits that we've had. Yes! We did it! Oh, get in. And no finale move either. Okay, wow. Now that's what I'm talking about. Whew. 25 Blessed Gems, 22 Dark Matters, 99 Supreme Gems, 1 Master Sphere, Kaiser Knuckles, Rematch, Genji Shield. Ooh-wee! So the music continues, but the game is over. The game is up. They are finished. Let's have a look at this. Come on, 3 slots. Wait. This is the only way in the game you get evade and counter? That's pretty interesting. So technically you could try and drop farm something for Penance like that. And well, this is a nice weapon. Sorry, this is a nice armor. Well now. Okay. Cool. But there we have it, my friends. We're finished. I'm going to put a save file down and then I'm going to reload. Oh, she's still there. That's kind of funny. Let's see what happens here. I didn't prepare for this. But I think... yeah, okay. So he had to program it like this. I don't think there was a way he could make her disappear. So these are like... to actually end the sort of the mini-game and the battles, he had to do something like that. I don't know if it's possible for him to make you fight Cindy again, but you've seen how long the battle was. It's already about 100 minutes long, so I think forcing another battle there might have been a bit overkill. But it is an interesting concept. I think maybe now that he's watched it back, it might be something he wants to dabble in. But then you have the added problem of if you take the easiest one, then you have Sandy and Cindy to fight again. And then does it really become the easiest one, etc. So there's a lot to think about for that particular thing, but I think for the battle itself, we're in a good place. So let me just put this save down, and then I'll show you guys the final easiest variant, and then we'll talk about what's still to come. Okay, so let's do this next variant where hopefully we make it to the lift, and then we'll talk about that as well, and I can wrap up this particular episode. I mean, getting to the lift isn't always guaranteed. I mean, I have a pretty high success rate with it, but it's not like a formality, I think. This bit, you need to take a lot of shortcuts, like really go from corner to corner to stretch the gap. And if you're visible on this screen, you're pretty much always safe. Like I'm easily safe here. Not impressed. I don't think even the yellow alert has triggered at all here. Wow. That almost never happens. It's like a speedrun version. Well, then again, for the speedrun, you'd never do this minigame, you just Zanmato, but still. Okay, so if you manage to make it this far, what happens? Honestly, it's not that much easier. Like, the version that I thought was still... Like, if that's a 7.58 out of 10, this is probably like a 7 out of 10. It's not. It doesn't suddenly become like super easy or anything like that. Whatever you had to deal with in the previous one is pretty close to being the same. But let's trigger it. Okay, so here is your final variant. And what we have for this one is the Sisters bar starts at 25%, but you get a preemptive start, and Delta attack is disabled once again. So Cindy's base hit rate is still 100%. So the main difference here is that you get a nice preemptive strike. Look at all those turns. So it gives you a chance to really buff up before the battle gets going. But other than that, I believe it's the same. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this particular video here. I consider myself as having made it to Penance at this stage after probably what's been like 250 plus hours. Like, forget the game clock. If you add in everything that I haven't saved over, it's been like over 250 hours. We've made it to Penance. I think the battle was really good, but again, it's another one of those where it's good enough that I'll definitely air it and I'll share it with you guys. But there's maybe one or two little things that can be tweaked. And I think this battle and the one before, I don't think there's enough of a difference. So maybe the battle that I did before, where I just lost Cindy, should be the conditions for this particular battle. And the other one, maybe we need to put in a few more little things to make it harder. So example would be maybe the 60% Cindy base hit rate can be for the second battle, the one that I won. That could be a thing. And or she could have auto protect potentially. She could have a higher rate of counter attacking. I think that could be a thing. What else? I think Mindy is an interesting one. So depending on that, I think that will already change the battle a fair bit. I'm thinking maybe... But Light Beam can go critical for 27,000 damage, so that's still a lot. So I was thinking maybe make that do a little more damage, but it could get out of control if that happens. Maybe throwing in a Doom status somewhere along the line, so like Calamity having Doom maybe could help. Just to sort of take you out of the whole buffing thing and force you to do it again and that kind of thing. So that's something that me and Pbirdman will talk about. But the one battle which I can't currently talk about is the sort of the ultimate, most difficult variant where Delta attack is not disabled and they start with an ambush still with 75% of their overdrive gauge. So that's like the ultimate hardcore experience in the Pbirdman mod for the Dark Aeon. So I will be trying that. I will be firing up another session at some point in the near future against those guys. It's not one of those where I'll keep repeating it until I win. I just want to have a taste of how difficult it is and make it like a concerted effort to try and win. And if I don't, I'll be like, well, you know, you guys will have to see for yourselves if you can win. And I'm sure someone will upload a battle in which they win. Or me and Pbirdman will have a look and say, okay, maybe this one is a bit too difficult. What can we do to modify it? And I'll put those annotations in and for the public release it will have like largely the same kind of thing maybe. So Delta Attack will still be there, for example, but it will have some other differences to make it just a bit more possible than this version. So there will be one more Dark Magus Sisters episode to come, and then it is finally time to take on Penance. I have been waiting for literally 2 years to be able to do this. I'm super excited. Stats are going to get maxed. I'm not even going to really think about it. Pbirdman's told me to do it as well. So for the next session I think we'll have like 75,000 HP against the beefiest Dark Magus Sisters, and then for Penance we'll go all the way to quintuple 9 and have like probably max luck as well. I'm just going to throw it in just so that we don't have to think about it, and then we will start to see how we can go about defeating the almighty Penance. All 12 million HP of it. I doubt he's lowered his HP, to be honest. It's probably still the same. And it already, even if you had like a pretty locked down strategy, it took like 35, 40, 45 minutes to beat. And the Pbirdman version is going to be absolutely horrendous. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy seeing it in action too. And hopefully they'll be coming over the next few weeks on the channel, having watched this one. So I will see you all soon. Thank you all for watching and the continued support. Back with more Dark Magus Sisters in the next video, and then Penance after that one. Thanks for watching. Take care.